This next set of shoulder strengthening activation, we're going to just sit tall in a chair, and you want to be able to really have your feet grounded as a way to support your motion. We're going to begin first by putting our hand towards the back of our hip in an area that we can control. You want to make sure that you're sitting tall, so lift up your chest and you're kind of pinching between the shoulder blades to straighten up that spine, and your chin is retracted back as much as you can. Now from here, you want to slowly move the arm. The ideal position would be the back of the hand is really resting on the top of the pelvis in the back there, that kind of dimple spot of your SI joint. But if that's too painful and say you can only be here, like fingertips to your side, that's fine. Just start here, and then maybe over time you'll be able to move deeper into that positioning. So we're going to set our start point here. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. As we let that breath out, think about pulling in your lower abdomen, press your feet into the floor to set your foundation, and then we're going to just simply lift the hand straight back off of our hip and then control it back in. So no flopping it back and forth. Control every piece of that motion. Do it again for 2. Keep the chest lifted. 3. Now, if you have to rest and then reset your breath and your foundation, please do so. Take a breath in, reset that foundation, contract your legs, and now lift for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we can rest. Now we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to touch the fingertips to the back of the head. Same thing. You want to make sure you're really sitting tall. Lift up your chest. Shoulders are stacked over your hips. From this one, or fingers in the back of the head, same thing. We're just going to lift the hand off the back of the head and then control it back in. And we're going to use our breath and set an isometric contraction as a foundation. So take a breath in. As you let the breath out, set your foundation, and now lift the back of the hand off your head, or the hand off your back of the head. And now lift your hand off the back of your head for 1. Control it back in. Just move only as far as you can without pain. 2. Think about it coming from the shoulder. 3. Be deliberate with your action. 4. Reset your foundation if you need to. I'm going to keep going. 5. Keep that chest up. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Now you can relax. Once those feel good and you have some control over them, we'll also add in this fluid motion of the shoulder. In the beginning, if you need to break it up into 2 parts, so the first part would be from the bottom, lift the hand, hinge the elbow, and then start to rotate the arm. That can be the first part. The second would be starting in the back of the head, lift the hand, hinge the elbow, and then start to rotate the arm down. Second part. And now the third part would be the whole motion starting at the bottom. So we'd lift the hand, hinge the elbow, rotate the arm through, hinge the elbow, and touch the back of the head. Pause, lift, hinge, rotate down and around, back to our start point. Okay, so let's do 10 of the lower portion, 10 of the upper portion, and then we'll do 10 all the way through, knowing that as you move forward, you can just work simply on the full motion, but in the beginning it's good to break it up, and if you need to limit the full motion in the beginning, please do so. You should just progress through it as you feel you can tolerate without pain. All right, so we're going to start with our hand to our hip again as we can tolerate. Take a breath. As you let that breath out, set your foundation, lift the hand, hinge the elbow, and then start to rotate the arm up to parallel to our shoulder. And then you're going to rotate back down, keep that chest up and keep your foundation tight. Tap the back of the hand, lift, reset your breath if you need to. I'm just going to keep going from one rep to the other. Rotate, back down, hinge the elbow, touch the hand, lift for 3, hinge the elbow, rotate the arm up, rotate back down, hinge the elbow, touch the back of the hip, pause, reset your breath if you need to, lift, hinge and rotate. Just be really deliberate about this action and make sure it's coming from the shoulder, that you've control over this motion, which is very deliberate. Layering on all of the things we've previously been doing to strengthen the shoulder. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Okay, so let's start at the top. Sit tall through our spine, take a breath in, set your foundation. As you let your breath out, lift the hand off, hinge the elbow, and now rotate that thumb to point to the floor as your hand gets to parallel with your shoulder, and then rotate back, hinge the elbow, and touch the hand to the back of the head again. And lift, hinge, rotate, return back, hinge, tap the back of the head, and lift again. Thinking about keeping the shoulder blade engaged, lift for 4, hinge. Remember, you're working off of the foundation of all the exercises we've previously done. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. All right, now we'll go all the way through. We'll start at the bottom, and you can change this up also and use the top as your start position. All very valid ways to train control over your joint motion. All right, so we're gonna go all the way through a full swimmer. Take a breath in. As you let your breath out, translate that rib cage down, anchor everything, use your isometric contraction, lift the hand off the back of the hip, hinge the elbow, rotate all the way around till the elbow goes up, and then hinge. So now tap the back of your head, lift the hand, hinge the elbow, rotate down and around, hinge the elbow, and tap the back of the hip, lift, hinge. This is 2. Lift, hinge, lift, hinge the elbow for 3, hinge the elbow, tap the back of the head, lift, hinge the elbow. Don't move through any pain. For 4, 5. And if you can only do a few of these, that's great. You can stop, try again another day. 6. 7. 8. 9. 'You got it. If you're still with me. 10. You should be feeling it. Good. Keep the control. Try to make it nice and smooth. Hinge. Rotate. Hinge. Tap. Pause, and then let go. Okay, and then you can repeat any of those on the other side.